right, we are back. And as you can see, we've just finished doing all of the psychographic research. And I want you to just admire how many websites this thing actually went through. Because if you look at the sources, it's absolutely ridiculous how many goddamn sources we have for this. So if you don't think that Gemini is the best platform for research, then I don't know what to tell you. Now, anyways, now that we've got to this avatar research filled out, basically what we want to do now is we don't need to read this, although it is recommended that you do at least skim through it so you get a decent understanding of who your general customer avatar is. What's most important for the purposes of creating ads is to, first of all, copy this content. You can also export it to a Google Doc, whatever you prefer. Alrighty, so we've got this exported on a Google Doc, and what we're going to do now is download this as a handy dandy PDF. And we're going to move on to the next step, which I don't think I have in the one. Well, hold on, I got hella tabs open. All right, so in the 1.0 version of the prompts, what we need to do, or what you guys will do in following this along, is to identify the dominant mass desires. And in fact, I'm actually going to use these 1.0 prompts because they still work just as effectively. And once you have the avatar research document here, go ahead and open up a fresh window of ChatGPT. All right, so in this ChatGPT window, we're going to paste in the first of the prompts, and then we're going to paste in our avatar research document as well, and we will go ahead and press enter. So what we're doing now is we're extracting the mass desires from the product. So let's see. I want to live my life. I want to live my day without pain. I want to feel confident and put together. I want a product made for women like me. I want reliability, control of my body and my comfort. Okay, so what we've gone ahead and done is we've extracted the first 5 mass desires for the product. And as you guys know, if you watch the channel, you know that desire is the core fundamental building block that we build all of the ads and the marketing off of. So if you want to sell a product, you need to start firstly with what somebody's trying to get out of that product. Now, the mistake that a lot of you guys are making, and I know because a lot of people in the community make this mistake, is you're taking these initial 5 desires and you're just running straight away with them and creating ads. And that's not what you want to do, because the first 5, chances are the first 5 that you get from ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, are not actually going to be that good. Like, for example, number 2 is actually pretty solid. Number 1 is decent. 3, 4, and 5 are pretty much like nothing that I would actually run. I want a product made for women like me, not forgotten by fashion. I mean, so again, when we're thinking about like what a mass desire is, it's what somebody wants to get by using the product. It's usually like an end outcome or a result. So if you think about like my dropshipping course, for example, most people don't want to sit here and watch like 3-hour videos of me talking to them, or they don't want, dozens upon dozens of AI prompts. They want the result that they think that using these things will give them. So you want to think about that for your product as well. And so you just want to fact check each of these desires. Like, I want reliability. Is that something that somebody actually wants to get by using the product? No, I don't hear many people saying, yeah, I just wish my clothes were more reliable. I mean, it just sounds like bullshit, right? I want to take back control of my body. I mean, it's just so abstract. Honestly, like freedom from pain and feeling confident and put together again is in the ballpark, but 3, 4, and 5 are absolutely unusable. So what we're going to do, all right, so all I've done is in the same chat, I've said, list out all of the product benefits of this product, meaning everything the product can do for the customer, and keyword, don't overcomplicate this. You can even throw in the advertorial that we did earlier, and we'll say, pay attention to how our competitor is marketing this product. Okay. All right, so we say list out all the product benefits. Okay. Now, these are the core functional benefits. Okay, so these are the things that the product can actually do. If you want to know what things people want to get out of your product, you need to start with what can the product actually do for the customer, like from a literal and functional sense. And if you read Breakthrough Advertising, Eugene Schwartz himself, in extracting mass desires of a product, always starts with the benefits and the things that the product can actually do. And this will lead you to what things people want to get out of the product as just a logical consequence of the things that it can do. So that sounded very convoluted, but just stick with me here. So the core functional benefits of the product: lift breasts to combat sagging, provides firm support, eliminates lines and bulges, keeps straps from slipping, gives pain-free support. All right, so what we want to do is focus on the core actual benefits and less so the features. So like keep straps from slipping, that's more of a feature. A benefit would be something like lifting the breast to combat sagging, getting firm support, eliminate lines and bulges. And as you can see, it's already starting to go into some of the more emotional and lifestyle benefits. So it makes you feel more confident, lets you look smoother and more lifted, feels comfortable enough to wear. These aren't exactly the desires, but we're going to start with these three. Because honestly, like as you can see, as it lists out, a lot of these are features like pain-free support, soft breathable fabric, supports posture. These are more features. What we want to focus on is the actual product benefits. So pick the top 3 to 5, and we can paste this now into ChatGPT, and we'll say, okay, now starting with each of these, please list out, we'll say 5 mass desires for each. This time, look at the avatar. These 3 benefits, go deeper into the psychographic wants these benefits or what they're trying to get by experiencing these. Okay, so we're taking the top 3 product benefits and the things that the product can actually do. And then we just tell ChatGPT, okay, starting with each of these, please list out 5 mass desires, this time looking at the avatar research document. And then based on these 3 benefits, go deeper into the psychographic why someone wants these specific benefits or what they're trying to get by experiencing these benefits. So again, this is the logical, or these are rather the logical things that the product does. We want to dive deeper now into the emotional things that people are trying to get by getting this logical benefit. So you have logical benefit, what somebody wants on the surface level, and then the emotional benefit. So let's go ahead and paste this in and see what we get. Okay, so already, as you can see, we're kind of getting more into the emotional and psychographic benefits of the logical benefit, but we're still not quite there yet, in my opinion. What we have here are benefits that are still a little bit too vague and abstract. Like, I want relief from the daily burden on my body. It's just, what does that even fucking mean? I want to stop feeling like my body is betraying me. I mean, what does that fucking mean? Okay, a mass desire should speak to something that is tangible, to an outcome-oriented goal or result or outcome. Did I say outcome-oriented outcome? Yeah, I did. Outcome-oriented result or goal, okay? And something that is abstract, like I want to stop feeling like my body is betraying me, just who is that? Who actually says that in their day-to-day life? Like, I seriously doubt anyone in the audience for this product is saying, man, I just wish I could just stop feeling like my body's betraying me. It's just not true at all. So what we want to do is go down even further. All right, so after a little bit more prompting with ChatGPT, as you can see, I had to basically give it a real world example. So I said, these are not specific. I want, here's an example basically. I want to feel more attractive to my husband. Do you get it now? Cite the research and pick 5 desires that encompass millions of people in this TAM, okay? So now we take the main product benefit here, which is lifting of the chest. And now we have 5 actual mass desires that I would 100% run with this, except for the last one. I don't know why I said 100%. All right, I want my tops and dresses to hang right again. I want to look 10 pounds lighter without dieting. I want to feel desirable to my partner. 4 and 5, again, are still a little bit too abstract. So again, all you need to do is take these. But the first 3 I definitely like. And we'll say 4 and 5 are still abstract. Those are still benefits. They need to be the core driver and why someone wants the bra. I want to stop. Let's see. Fuck is this? All right. So he said 4 and 5 are just really abstract, and we asked it and challenged it to give us some more. So let's see. That's a really good one. That's incredible. That's awesome. Okay, so what we want to do now is we can take all 5 of these, our desires that we have so far, And we're going to manually put together some, and we can do this in a new Google document really quick because I think we have enough here now to come up with the mass desires. Okay. So I really like this like 10 pounds lighter angle that's here. And we'll just pick the one product benefit. Okay. I mean, that is a really good one. I want my husband to look at me the way they used to. Again, that's still vague. Let's see what else we got here. So again, that's too vague as well. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so we've got this one, this one. Hold on close to me. Look like I still have shape. That's dog shit. Okay, I like that one too. And I think there was like one more. That was pretty good. Okay, and we'll take that one as well. And we'll go, whoops, here. Okay, perfect. So now we've got 5 mass desires that are actually speaking to concrete things that people could get out of this product. I want my tops addresses to hang right again. I want to look 10 pounds lighter without dieting. So I want to look slimmer without dieting. I want my husband to look at me the way he used to. I want to feel feminine again, and I want to walk out the door feeling desirable. So 4 and this one here are a little bit similar, but this one's like obviously speaking to married women, and then this one's speaking to unmarried women potentially. Okay, so we've got the 5 mass desires, and now we are going to, as a last step, create the actual mass desire ad copy. So we're going to copy this prompt here. Again, this is all linked in the description of this video, and now we're going to head over to, you can do this in Claude or ChatGPT. Okay, so we're inside of Claude. What we're going to do now is paste this in, and we're going to grab our mass desire from the document, and we're going to start with, let's start with this one. Okay. And I'm just doing this as quickly as possible so that you can see how easy it is. So we just put the mass desire here, and then we'll say product is the Comfort Shaper bra for women 50 plus. And then we're going to attach the avatar research document. And then we're also going to attach our competitor website screenshot. So let's get that. And then we'll go ahead and press generate. And we're going to use Sonnet 4.5 for this. Okay. So we've got the prompt here. We've got the mass desire. And then we've got the product that we're writing for. So let's go ahead. Wait, did I get the right prompt? Yeah, there should be prompt number 6. So let's see. Personal story. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's let it generate this. Okay, so it's creating angle. That's interesting. Okay. Angle 1. Okay, so it's coming up with angles. I'm just going to give it an angle just so you can kind of see. Based on the mass desire, just write copy already. Okay, so it's doing. Damn, that is crazy. Wait. We want to say answer in chat, you moron. There we go. Just kidding. You're not a moron. I am. Okay, go. I've been kind of an asshole to Claude recently. Let me just chill out. All right, Saturday night, anniversary dinner in 40 minutes. I was standing in our bedroom in my third outfit, and I wanted to cry. Not because I couldn't decide what to wear, because everything I put on made me look wrong. The black dress showed every bulge. The blue top created back rolls I didn't even know I had. My favorite wrap dress, the one that used to make me feel beautiful, now just emphasized everything that I had shifted and sagged. But here's the thing. It wasn't my body. It was the bra. Damn, son. All right, so we've got the copy being written now. And again, you don't really need to worry about the quality of the copy because I've designed it specifically to include an actual intentional story flow. There are specific things in here, such as the unique mechanisms behind the problems and solutions. And then the overall writing style is meant to appear as organic as possible. And there are some things we want to avoid. And again, this is meant to feel like someone natively wrote this. And that is why it is very easy to scan and read. So this is the copy. Now, before we actually write the copy, we need hooks. So I actually have a new hook prompt, and that is over here. So I'm going to do writing killer hooks, and I'm going to grab this really quick. And you can do like basically like to copy this prompt if you want to. First of all, you can pause the video. But second of all, you can grab pretty much any high performing hook that you see in the ad library. Or another thing that I do is I look up the 100 greatest headlines ever written. And then I basically just use those as an example. But I'm going to go ahead and use this prompt here, which is a comfort shaper bra targeting the mass desire. I want my husband to desire me again. And then we're going to set this to a dominant awareness level of problemware. All right. And then we'll go ahead and paste this in. Let's see what we get. Okay. All right. These are our dog shit. So let's go ahead and type in 100 greatest headlines, and I'll show you a quick hack to get this. All right. So we'll say use this as inspo instead. Make sure to call out the desire straight away. All right. Let's paste that in. And let's get some new headlines or hooks. There you go. That number 3 right there, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking brilliant. So we've got the copy. Let's go ahead and put this onto a Google Doc. And last thing we're going to put together is the image. So let's put this onto a Google Doc. Okay, here's our copy. And here's our hook. All right, the real reason your husband doesn't touch you the way he used to, it's not what you think. That's awesome. God damn, that's good. Often undressed, never desired until I fix this one thing. God damn. Damn, this one's good. Jesus Christ. That's good. I would pick between, holy shit. This is really good. I would definitely pick this. And then I would put like something super like just like this. Okay, and just put the eye emoji. That right there is going to get you some clicks. If I could put this here. You want to talk about headlines? Let's put like wet. Okay, boom. What every woman over 50 should know about why her husband stopped initiating. Eye emoji, eggplant, wet. I mean, if that doesn't get attention and clicks from these older females, I don't know what will. Anyways, that is the copy. And this would be how we would label this is mass desire 1. Okay? So that's your mass desire 1 copy, right? Next, what we need to do is get the image. So this is going to go in the ad caption, okay? The entire thing, and then the headline would be something super simple about like read if your husband stopped initiating. You know, basically that you want your headline to just be something super simple that says read if, and then put some type of qualifying statement. Typically, it's going to be read if you have this problem, or read if you're experiencing this symptom or problem or whatever. So this is the headline, okay? And then this is the ad caption, okay? The ad caption or ad text, okay? All right, so we've got the headline, and then we've got our ad caption. And we'll go like this. Okay, so next thing that we need is the image to pair along with this and just bring this all together. All right, so in order to pair this copy with a nice native image, what we want to do is come up with an image that is, number one, hard not to look at, so it stops the scroll, because again, the whole point of an ad is to grab somebody's attention, so that way they read the copy and then they click, or the whole point of a native ad in this case. And so we want to treat our images as if the only goal of the image is to stop someone's attention and get them to read our first sentence. But we don't want to just grab somebody's attention for the sake of grabbing attention, because that results in clickbait and that results in low quality clicks. We want to grab the attention of the people who could eventually buy our product, which means the image itself has to be somewhat relevant either to the problem that we're solving, or a story detail, or some type of real life experience our avatar is going through. So to get ideas for generating the native images, because we're going to do everything with AI, all I did was did a quick search for my husband won't initiate Reddit. Okay, and that's going to give us some forums here. And some dude's probably going to screenshot this and post a text. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to click on these forums. So we're going to click on these forums and we're going to see these people talking about basically people in our niche. I mean, this lady's about 10 years off the age that we're going after, but close enough, right? Someone who's in their older ages and their husband stops initiating. So what we're going to do is grab this. And what we're going to do now is copy all of that. And we're going to go back into ChatGPT. And we're going to say, boom, boom, boom. We're going to, well, actually, we could say I need your help to come up with 5 image ChatGPT prompts that would communicate a pain point, story detail, or anything else that is eye-catching and related to the problems our customer is going through based on this Reddit forum. The prompts should have no text overlays or any, should have no text overlays. So we're going to start here. We've given it this giant forum of basically this lady who's in her 40s complaining that her husband doesn't initiate. And we're going to use ChatGPT to create the images themselves. Let's see. All right, we're kind of there. Okay. I'm thinking older women, 50s and up, and then also something to do with a bedroom. So we're kind of massaging it a little bit more. Oh, dude, that's perfect. So we take this. All right, and instantly we throw it in. We're going to do create image. And then what we can also do is while we're creating this in ChatGPT, right, so I'm also going to generate this inside of Higgsfield as well because I'm very curious to see what it comes up with. So we're going to do a ChatGPT version and then a Higgsfield version of this image. And let's wait for this to cook. So we already have the first image generated and here it is. Now, honestly, the image is okay. It's probably not something that I would run, but it is close, very, very close. I think the main issue is that I just can't see anything in terms of the actual image itself. But what we can do now is we can say adapt this prompt for Higgsfield, a native photo generator. Hopefully you're familiar. Okay. So we're going to test our luck with Higgsfield, and I tried to use the original prompts. Why is it creating an image? All right. I tried to use the original prompt, but it turned out like absolutely horrendous. I mean, I don't know why there's a bunch of white space here. This one, I tried regenerating it and just came out weird. So I'm going to ask for a Higgsfield specific prompt. And let's go ahead and grab this and paste this into Higgsfield. One more quick thing that I'm doing while I'm generating this text-based image is I uploaded the ChatGPT image as an image prompt. So I'm using basically ChatGPT to come up with the ideas and get me in the ballpark of what I want. And then I'm using Higgsfield to bring it to life because ultimately Higgsfield is just significantly more photorealistic. So I'm not really sure why it keeps doing these white bars here at the top. This is insane though. I actually probably would just test this because it kind of just looks like a photo. Like it's got the white bars around it like that. Let's see if we can generate. Let's see if we edit the prompt. Kind of want to get rid of these moods and stuff. I think if we get rid of these, like if we get rid of that and we try it again, let's see. Okay, now what the fuck? Oh my god, dude, this image is insane. I might actually run this, bro. This lady's upset that he won't be intimate and he's getting back shots in the background. Like literally like it looks like he's getting back shots, bro. I might actually run that. I'm actually being dead ass. Like I might actually give that a shot because it's just so like, where else would you see that? This guy is like admiring the work of like whatever is going on over here. And this lady is just absolutely disgusted, dude. She cannot fucking believe Her husband is getting back shots right now. So I would actually probably, I'm not like no bullshitting. I'm being dead ass. Like I would actually run this because number one, it grabs attention. And again, the whole point of this image is to get somebody to read this. Okay. What every woman over 50 should know about why her husband stopped initiating. This is what is going to actually drive the selling mechanism or drive the selling of the copy. It's the mechanism behind the selling, less so the image. Now, honestly, this is probably more so something that I would actually run. I'm saying I'm being dead ass, but come on. Just because it's actually capturing the avatar. This might even, oh, this one's pretty good too. This one's pretty good too. I'd probably run all three of these and just give them a test. All right, boom, boom, boom. We've got 3 images just to test out. And again, they all capture some type of story detail or some type of problem. Like the images that I see work the best are typically capturing the before state, whether that be happy or sad. It doesn't always need to be this crazy sad photo. But when you're doing a copy that's based around a certain pain point, then you want to make sure that pain point is being communicated in the image. Okay, so we would download this, and this would be the full ad that we run for this. And let's go ahead and end the video by building this out very quickly. All right, so this is it. This is the final preview of what we have created. So we've got the image from ChatGPT here. We've got our text here. As you can see, the hook is very attention grabbing. If this shows up on your feed, what every woman over 50 should know about why her husband stopped initiating. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Thousands of 50-year-old women are going to click on that, especially if we use the backshot image. Should we throw on the, fuck it, let's just throw on the backshot image. All right, there we go. You are definitely going to get clicks on this if you just see this image on your screen. You are definitely going to get clicks. Anyways, we've got the long form copy. I know you guys your brains are breaking right now. You're about to drop a comment. This copy's too long. What am I like? Are we really running this? Trust me, guys. If the copy is written well enough, which if you're using the prompts, it's going to get you to a baseline level of quality that if you have tapped into the correct mass desire and you have an attention grabbing image and you have a really good hook, the people that are going to convert are going to gravitate towards this copy and actually read it from start to finish. But this is basically what it should look like when you are finished. And as you can see, the headline doesn't even really show up on anything but the desktop, but here's the main headline that we went with. Read if your husband will initiate. So I would basically repeat this process across the other 4 mass desires. I would come up with anywhere from 3 to 5 potential images. I'd write the copy. It'd come up with some really attention grabbing hooks. And then I would run that in a CBO campaign. And that is basically exactly how I would start up a brand and scale it to 1K a day as quickly as possible. That's how I would do it. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want to actually see me do if you want to see me actually run a product like this. I probably won't run this specific product because I made that mistake in the past creating content live on a store. And surprise, surprise, there's 400 ads or 300 or 400 ads active in the ad library, all using my images, my copy, my headlines, my angles, my advertorials, my offer. And none of them are mine. So if I do something like that, I'm probably not going to go public with it. But let me know in the comments below if you found this helpful and if you'd want to see me continue this with some type of like live store building series or something like that. I think it could be really interesting. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what kinds of content you want to see next. And again, this is exactly how I would start a branded dropshipping business from scratch and scale it to $1,000 a day. And yeah, let me know in the comments below what you want to see next, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.